All right, y'all. I'm hitting you up tonight, this evening, on day 27 of this beautiful, opportune moment in my life that I just want to stream through to you, and I want to give you that energy, that boost for you, for your creativity, for your day, for your life, for your movie that you're filming right now, right? My goodness, isn't this incredible? Okay. So yeah, so I'm able to speak at a normal tone, aka I'm actually loud, but a lot of my videos I kind of have to whisper because my husband will be sleeping in the other room because he currently works really late. Anyways, so yeah, so it's nice to be able to be freely speaking even at night. And I just want to say I'm doing great. I haven't been taking mega a lot of pictures or making it like this whole huge display or anything. I mean, I'm just doing 30 days, right, of raw, but actually I have decided to go another 30 days at least. And it's more of a thing of like, I know this is going to be a lifestyle, but at the same time giving myself, and this is an example, right, of what it can do, what I'm realizing it can do to set yourself into a certain parameter. Give yourself that comforting space. I was speaking about this, I think, in my last video where I was talking about how we have this beautiful, creative, chaotic sort of energy. And it's like for us to also allow for that energy and give it a space to be. So, like, I was using an example of water, putting it into a glass, right? So I'm just finding that to be so helpful for me because I really like, I'm such a, I can be such, even right now, it's like I'll have 10 different ways lined up in my head to say something, right? And so it's just like, or 5 different ways. I don't want to exaggerate too much here, but basically they're just infinite streaming, I guess, infinite streaming. And then, it's for me to really funnel it down. And, I think this is actually leading beautifully into the one topic that I really did want to bring up today. I just pretty much had the title of this video and that's it coming on here, and it's healthy haunting. Healthy haunting. Do 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 do. We okay. So healthy haunting. What am I talking about here? Is this you? Are you haunted by this idea that you could be being more healthy? Are you haunted by the health that you had at one time that you kind of let slide, and now you're maybe where you were before at a low point, or you're even lower or something like that? So are you haunted by health? Because if you are, I totally get it, because that was me. I was definitely like, like I've said, at 10 years ago, I took the plunge. I got into raw veganism. I got into raw food, and I was actually a vegetarian first. I had been a vegetarian briefly when I was in 6th grade. That's a different story for a different time. And then I kind of was told by my mom, who actually used to be a vegetarian herself, but she told me at the time that it was just very difficult for her to make a second meal. And at the time, I really didn't have the like, you know what? Do you ever just look back on your old self and you're like, what was I thinking / why was I not thinking / what is going on there? I was a very like sensitive, emotional kid, and I think sometimes I would just get overwhelmed by my emotion about something and then just not be able to like logically be like, well, mom, not even just say I will make my own food because I said that, but just to start doing it and then just change your life right there. It's like the power of action is so strong. So when we're haunted by our healthy, or maybe our old healthy habits that we're like, oh, I want to get back to that place, but I'm in such a lull now that like, how do I get out of this? Okay. Or maybe it's you where you're like, I've never been healthy. I guess I want to be healthy, but like, dude, I've never been healthy. Like, I don't know what that would even feel like. Is it really that great? These people are kind of annoying. They're like all positive and stuff. And they seem like all wacky. Okay. whatever your case may be, however you might be being haunted by this idea of health, or maybe you're getting into health and you're just interested in this video, and I salute you. Thank you for being here. Whoever you are, there's something here for you right now. And what I'm going to say is that action is a huge part of this, because I mean, that's obvious, right? But it's like my little kid self, right? When I was a little kid and I wanted to be a vegetarian, but like my mom wasn't going to keep making a second meal for me, and then I just didn't take the action to just do it. It's like, don't be detoured by what somebody else says. That person being, maybe it's your friend, it's your mom, it's the person on the street, it's the person on the internet, it's the person that you keep identifying with in your head, the person, the voices, right? Seriously, if that's what's stopping you, take my hand. I'm going to walk you through this jungle, and you're going to pick up a fruit and you're going to eat it. Start there. It's just that simple. Don't, like, it's going to feel hard. It's going to feel like, ugh. And what I mean by that, I'm going to give you an example. I remember even, a month ago when I would like, wanting to kind of bring in more fresh foods and stuff into my diet again. And, I would get the fruit, but I would also get things that were more packaged, right? Like even a granola, not even just a granola bar, but like the dark chocolate covered granola bar or something like that. Again, I've still been vegan for 10 years, but just, going more into the processed stuff like that. Okay. So anyways, I would get both. I would get some fruits, and I would get some, chocolate covered this and chocolate this and caramel vegan chocolate this. Okay. And what would I do? I would always eat that junkier stuff first. I don't want to diss on it. Okay. But I would eat the more like packaged processed. It's going to taste like this sort of jolt of just everything in my mouth. Okay. And I would go for that stuff first. And then I might like still, because I wasn't really satiated by that food, I would still then, okay, now I'll eat the fruit, And I was almost acting like the fruit was the second commander, or like it was just like this, like, yeah, I guess I'll eat you, even though you don't look as good as a chocolate to me right now, if I'm being honest with myself. A mandarin, a fresh, juicy orange mandarin, just, it almost looked too fresh. Which is crazy, but you know what I mean, where it's like, that if you eat like a chocolate, it's going to taste so good. But let me tell you, God, it's so cheesy, but nothing tastes as good as this feels. I'm serious. But also beyond that, what tastes better is when your taste buds can taste better. That's what really tastes better. Tonight, for example, for a healthy haunting example, I'm going to keep haunting you, okay? I made up another cabbage salad. I've been on this cabbage kick. I tend to do this where like for 3 days I'll eat like one type of vegetable a lot, and I'll just be really into it, and then I'll like expire that and then move on to the next one. Anyways, so I've been into cabbage a bit, and so I made up this cabbage salad tonight, and this was the first night that I noticed I just put cabbage and I put some lemon on it, and I just tried it, and I was like, whoa, it tasted like it had salt in it to me. And then I added tomato, and that was like, the tomatoes themselves tasted like salt-y. There was no like extra salt in it. I did end up adding a tiny bit of salt extra, and I did end up adding a tiny bit of coconut aminos, but I didn't actually need it. And normally, or before this point, I'd sort of been like, okay, that's good, but like, let me definitely add some salt on. Let me make this good. Tonight, I realized like my taste buds are changing already. I'm starting to get more attuned to all the different flavor profiles, the density of the flavor, if you will, or like the richness or the different fragrances and the different hues. I don't know how to describe food that well, you can tell, but at the same time, you know what I'm talking about. And at the same time, you might not know what I'm talking about, because I'm serious, you guys. It sounds like it's just mental until you actually experience it, and then you're like, whoa, I get why people are psyched on this. Whoa, I get why this is next level, and this is something that I could have been doing my whole life, and this is changing my life. Holy crap. Okay, if you've never had a moment that like changed your life in this big, beautiful way, because you might not have, you might not remember it right now, might not be connected with that, and really you might not have had an awakening as great as what this can start providing you with. This can start giving you that environment, and really you'll start creating that environment for yourself to create an awakening experience for yourself, an awakening of your senses, of your mental body, of your health in general, what health is, what that state of a healthy mind is. Oh my goodness, there's nothing more powerful than when you're just totally feeling pure, divine light coming into your being, and you are that. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, so healthy haunting. You guys, Halloween's an incredible holiday. And, what I want to say is that you can dress up any way you want to dress up, right? So put on a costume of health. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. When I was a kid, I made up a costume idea that was, I wasn't even like a health freak necessarily, but it was super salad. Like I was a superhero and it was super salad. That's hilarious now. But yeah, put on the super salad outfit, dude, and just try it out. Even if you're mocking yourself for a second, even if you do it as a mocking of healthy people, even if you're that opposed to health, where you're like, I'm just gonna do this like almost like haha, oh, I'm eating a banana, it's so delicious. But then you're like, oh, that actually kind of was good. Give me another one. So whatever it is that's gonna get you, I want you to feel like you can do this because you can. There's no reason for you to not feel like you can eat different things. So if you're choosing one thing, it's possible to, put your hand over here in this jar. And maybe that's what it is though. That was my step. If I'm being honest, maybe what it is, okay, you allow yourself to get whatever thing you might normally get, let's say as a sweet, just for example. Start with that. So you get one thing that's sweet, and for everything you get that's sweet, also get a piece of fruit that looks good to you, not just like a crummy, rotten piece of fruit. Hey, all fruits are beautiful, but I'm saying some of them are at different stages in their life, and some of them were maybe picked too soon and no fault of their own, but just, you know what I mean? The cultivation isn't necessarily on 100% right now, let's be honest, okay? If we're getting food from the grocery store, etc., etc., etc. So for everything that you get on one hand, get something on the other hand. Literally say, I'm going to eat this food no matter what, okay? And just do it like that, for example, if that's where you're at. Now, if you are feeling psyched on this and you're like, dude, I can do this, or I've done it before, but just I gotta get back on it, you don't know what it is that will get you on, I am going, here's an opportunity maybe for you. I'm going to be doing another 30 days. So if you want to start on a 30-day journey with me on February 1st, let me know. Send me a comment, a message. I'm on Instagram, also at Amplification. Hit me up. Or just start posting on it yourself. If this is inspiring you, that's all good. I don't need anything from you. But what I just want to say is you are capable. You don't have to be haunted by it. Join the ghost party, okay? Become one of us ghost people who live in the present moment. This is too awesome, just being alive. But yeah, just seriously, you got this. And unseriously, don't make it so serious. All right, I will stop ranting now. See, it's that simple. I will eat fruit now. Just tell yourself. Just start telling yourself this. Start maybe imagining fruit. Join a fruit page, or like follow someone who I gotta find like a fruit page, someone who just posts pictures of fruit. Because when you start just seeing it, that's what also helped me. It was just starting to consume content that was really focused around fruit, because when you start to think about fruit, there is something in your brain that will get triggered on, because it loves those colors, it loves the juiciness, it loves the nutrition, it loves the sunshine that's in those fruits. Like, it loves everything about that. So once you get deep enough into it, where you've seen enough of those pictures, you'll start wanting fruit. You'll start wanting it naturally. So that would be my suggestion. Print out a picture of fruit. Find a picture of fruit in a magazine and put it on your walls. Don't even start eating fruit. Just start surrounding yourself with those colors, with the vibrancy, with the frequency of the fruits. Okay, dog? So you got this. I love you. Peace out, Girl Scout, Boy Scout, whatever scout you want to be. Dog Scout. You can be a Cub Scout, a Club Scout. I don't know. Just be you, okay? Just be you. See ya.